How's everyone doing? Good, I'm great. Yeah.
Christy Scales, sideline reporter for Dallas Cowboys Radio Network.
How are you?
What was it? Doing well. Welcome to Dallas. And
Yeah.
what attracts you to this position group, and what do you see just with a quick overview?
Well, I mean, obviously from an organizational standpoint, right? Mr. Jones and the Jones family, right? I mean, this is America's team, right? I think that attracts people from the outside. And then seeing what you have in the room, obviously with CD, being the leader of that group and being the vet, and then, Jalen Tolbert playing the way he played last year. Dak is Dak, and again, it's America's team. I mean, you can't pass on these opportunities.
Junior, Josh Tolentino from Lone Star Live, and speaking with some players that you've worked with in the past, they describe you as a motivator. What is your leadership or motivator style like? What do you contribute that to?
As far as motivating, I think the most important thing for me is, and it's what I'm really doing right now with these guys, is just really working on just connecting, right? Just diving into the person, diving into who they are, their family, their background. I think that's the most important piece, because when we can connect, then that's when the trust is built. And that's the most important part of it.
Was it an easy decision to come here? Because obviously you said a lot about the Cowboys and
Right.
the tradition, that kind of thing.
No, it's never easy, and it's never easy when you do transition between jobs or taking jobs. It actually was a really hard one with my relationship with obviously with Dan Lanning and that offensive staff, and most importantly, the receivers that I was able to recruit and then coach and then connect with. It was really hard, to be honest with you. I had a few sleepless nights, that's for sure.
Coach Nicole Hutchinson, DallasCowboys.com. Have you already been able to talk with some of the players and kind of share your vision for this wide receiver room?
I haven't, I've talked to guys, but again, I haven't spent any time on football with them. I haven't. It's just been, again, just trying to get to know the person, which is the most important piece.
And what have those conversations been like?
They've been good. They've been really good. We're still working on them, right? The relationships, you got to work at them, and we're making that a priority.
It seems like a number of college coaches, he's had a lot of number of coaches with college backgrounds. Is there emphasis on teaching in the staff? Was that part of the, I don't know if you talked to Shadi about that, but, from Riley to you to the guy from UTEP DC's here. I mean, a lot of guys with college backgrounds here. I don't know if developing and teaching is part of this process here.
Well, I think one for starters, I have not, that has never come up in conversation when it comes to college and pro, but I'm sure the experience does matter. But when it comes to the development and teaching, I think that's a premium on all levels, right? It's not just in the NFL, but it's in college. It's going to be in high school. If you look at the best programs in all levels of football, that teaching and developing is a big piece.
Yeah, that's my point. Is you have your background of teaching and development. You look at all the guys you brought in. I'm thinking that's what they want for this staff is some teachers and development.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what we're looking for. That's what we want. So,
Junior, who do you consider your coaching mentors?
Oh gosh, I got a few of them. Dan was awesome to work for, and again, he's a good friend. He's family. Chris Peterson was awesome. He's been a big part of my life. Actually, I just got to phone him a few hours ago. Mike Kramer, who I started with, George Stewart, Eric Yarber, and then the list goes on. But those are some of the guys that have been a big part of my coaching career.
When the scouts come to you and ask about the most important traits that you want, whether it's from a physical nature or character-wise, what do you tell them? Because this is the important part of the year, is they're putting the board together.
When I talk about a wide receiver and evaluating them, or the traits, most importantly, would be, I always say, competitive, tough, and intelligent, right? And we acronym that with CTI. That's what I'm looking for.
You talked about the college game and where it is with NIL and recruiting and all that stuff. Do you think that's why you're seeing some guys kind of want to trek out the NFL, not because it's easier, but there's the year-round nature of your sport now, where it's not only recruiting guys for the next time, but you're trying to recruit guys to keep them as well, that it just kind of never ends?
Well, I think there's two different levels, right? I think there's NFL, it's obviously you don't have to deal with the NIL piece, and I'll be quite honest with you, when I was at Oregon, I really didn't have to deal with any of that. Obviously, the retention of players is a big piece, and then obviously recruiting is another big piece, and where I was at Oregon, we did a really good job of that.
Was CD, when you showed guys in the league to your players in the room, was CD ever a guy that you pointed out or showed any film of to, hey, look at this, what he does?
Yeah, I have. I've used him as examples a few times.
In what kind of way? What do you like about what he's been able to
One
do?
thing, when you look at CD, he's a really good football player. He's got a high football IQ. And like she just asked, those traits, right? You can see on film, he's competitive, he's tough, and he's got a high football IQ. He's really good with the ball in his hands. He's good with the ball in the air by going up and snatching the football. A lot of young guys can learn from him.
Thank you.
Good?
Thanks,
Yeah,
Coach.
nice to meet you.
How you
Yeah,
doing?
Junior, yeah.
Appreciate
Appreciate you guys, yeah.
Thank you to meet you, man.
Yeah,
Josh.
good to meet you.
What was